Morning, peeps. Well, it's another Saturday. They'll open their workshop, and we're still working on the pasture. I am so glad it didn't rain. When I put my tools up, I forgot my saw. Yeah, I do this fairly regular. My brain lacks in memory power. But anyway, it didn't rain, so no harm, no foul. I just got to remember to put it up. But yeah, we got another side to finish the frame in on the goat shed. We got a panel we need to put up to secure the fence, and of course it's early in the morning, so I got to feed the critters and check on their water. And Gizmo's watching me. He's saying, "Oh, you gonna feed me? Give me water?" Anyway, it's just another day on the homestead. So let's see what we get done today. I hope that thing ain't as jacked as it looks. That board looked really, really crooked. Slanting the wrong way. Well, I'll find out a little bit. I'm still feeding animals. Well, in my last clip, I was concerned about... I used a jack like that. 3%. Down. There we go. Alright, so my last video, it was pretty jacked. It is jacked. It won't go down. There we go, maybe. Yeah, it's still zoomed out like 1.8. It just doesn't want to be right. Anyway, I just checked the measurement on that. Yeah, no, it's not as jacked as it looks from the other side. So I guess it's the runner sitting on a hill. I don't know. Anyway, I got to put this other side in. Frame it in and then put siding on it. Okay, so now it's framed in. Now I can start sheathing. I tried to keep it within the dimensions of a standard sheet of material. But it is now 8 foot, 6 inches long or something like that. And this space here, from here to the corner, is now 4 foot, what was it? 4'3.5". Yeah. And the other side is 4'8". Hey, but you can only forklift from this side with the extensions now. Okay. I forgot to put a brace in there too. I need to do that. I forgot the brace. I learned in scaffolding that your braces, you put one brace this way, one diagonal this way, you put the diagonal on the other side, the opposite, and it helps prevent it from racking. Yeah, interesting little idea. I don't know if anybody knew that besides me. Probably. I don't have a whole lot of original knowledge. Yeah, and they put brace in there. I got a full sheet of plywood. I think I'll put the plywood on this side because it'll just look better. And it'll go all the way to the top. I just got to block this in here. Yeah. I don't have no long one by. I just frame it in. Put one across the outside and a short piece here like a door frame.
I don't have no long 1-bys. I just used them all up. If I got one, I got one. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I will do that. Well, I guess I ought to turn that one panel around. But it's got a bunch of staples in it. So I've covered the staples up mostly. The sharp ends as a staple. And of course, it's a crate, so they're going to have something painted on the outside. But got that side up. This side started. And yeah. So obviously got a lot more to do. And I got rafter brackets from a teardown. It helps to be a pack rat, a hoarder, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they're getting used. So I gotta cut some rafters, put them in, and then frame in this triangle right here, which I'll do with pegboard. I'll put a piece of 1-by out here, try to fill this out a little bit, and then I'll run the pegboard down here. This is 1/2-inch material, so most likely we'll be using more of that, I hope. But anyway, yeah, we're making progress. It doesn't go all the way to the ground and won't have a floor in it. But it's a goat shed, so I don't really need to have a complete floor in it. But I think it's going to be nice. And then we get the tractor running and I can drag it around from pasture to pasture. Alright, so 3 sides have been started. Like I said, I'm going to take some of that pegboard I have and put the angle piece across the top on the ends, here and here. And I got some sheet metal, but I got all 3 sides started. I actually have one side finished. I'll put some kind of strip in here. Got some 1-bys. I think I'll put some kind of, maybe a 1-by or something like that in there. But I may not do it either. Who knows? And then now, at some point, it's going to need some paint on it. Need to come in here. I need to put some kind of runner on this. I'm not exactly sure how. It's not 6 inches anymore. Yeah, this is supposed to be 6 inches. This board ended up down here. Missed it by an inch. Awesome. That's why it looks crooked. Because it is. Oh, wow. It's a goat shack. You can only do so much. And then at some point you have to just say, okay, my eyeballs, my brain, and everything else is just going to give me only so much. But anyway, it's all braced. I got 2 braces here. Don't really have a place to put a 3rd brace over here. I could probably put a brace over here. It don't really feel like it needs it, so I think I'll get away with it. But rafters. Alright, so I'm putting the rafters up. I found me one, two before I had to scrounge up. And I ain't scrounged up another one yet. But sometimes when you're ripping a big board down, I didn't know this, but sometimes when you're splitting a big board down, the cut will snap back on itself and pinch your blade and stop it from working. Yeah. So I got me a thick little washer. I drove it into the saw cut. Of course, I also did some cussing too. Y'all didn't hear that part. But I gotta need one more rafter here and one more rafter here, and I found me one rafter. But there was a screw already on the rafter. I'm gonna leave it on there because when I put it up there, just maybe it'd be high enough that I can hang a fly trap on it. I'll have to see how it looks when I get it in there. Well, it's been a long day. I started out on one project, and Mrs. started working on something. I didn't think too much about it. And then what she started on was really not something she could do by herself. She's got bad shoulders, knees, and other conditions, and she's just putting herself in a bind. So I stopped my project, worked on hers. Well, mine is hers and hers is mine. Whatever she needs, I'll do for her. So tomorrow's another day. I'm a heck of a lot closer to having the goat shack built. That's the biggest hurdle right now is the goat shack. But once I get that built and closed in, then there's a fence panel and a gate and a tree to protect. All that stuff should be fairly simple compared to the goat shack. Who knows? Might get to another project and find out that we need to do something else. Who knows? Peace, guys.